Hello and welcome everybody to another Secrets of Strixhaven draft video. I'm paulcheon and today we are sitting at Diamond 3. We got what I believe to be one of my most fun runs in the previous video, going 7 wins. We got a trophy with just an awesome deck. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the video from yesterday. One of the best videos that I've made for this format. So, can we repeat that? It's going to be difficult, but I would like to get another trophy if possible. So let's hop in and see what we open. Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Secrets of Strixhaven or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, go to HeavyPlay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every single Magic the Gathering convention, so if you swing by their booth in person, tell them Paul sent you, you'll get 10% off in person as well. All right, what do we open today? Well, maybe a little bit less exciting here. We have some lands. We have a Bitter Triumph and Paradox Surveyor as the two cards that really stand out at uncommon. And then at common, we have Elite Interceptor, which has proven itself to be the best common in the format, that and Pursue the Past, Studious First Year, and Grapple with Death. But again, like I mentioned, Elite Interceptor will be the top option here at common, and that for the other colors, we can either consider Bitter Triumph or Paradox Surveyor. Think I'm going to go with the Bitter Triumph. It's a highly splashable, powerful removal spell. I do like drafting the Silver Quill decks too, and by taking the Bitter Triumph, I can go black-white or black-green or splash it. The other option would, of course, also be the Elite Interceptor, but I do feel like the Bitter Triumph will make it into more of my decks, and for that reason, I'm going to take it here. All right, pack 1, pick 2, we have some Counter Magic and Brush Off, which I do think is the best of the uncommons here. Thunderdrum Soloist also an option. And then at common, fairly weak pack here at common, we have Wilt into Heat as a fine, if not, it's not the most exciting thing, but it's a fine removal spell here. So do I want Wilt into Heat or one of these cards here in Brush Off or Thunderdrum Soloist? I think I'm going to take the Brush Off. I value Counter Magic very highly, and this is really good for the other soupy matchups. I do like Thunderdrum Soloist. I mean, I like all these cards, but let's go ahead and take the Brush Off here, as there was not like a really great aggressive black-white card that I wanted out of that pack. I'll still keep my eyes open for something like that, but yeah, here it seems like a pretty nice flow state here. Stormcarved Coast is also a card that I like, just because, any of these dual lands, Converge is obviously one of the strongest things to be doing in this format, and any of these lands that come into play untapped is very good. Flow state, and wow, the rest of the pack is actually bad. It's like, if I were to rank the cards, it would be like Flow State, the lands, and then Burog Barrage. But yeah, let's take Flow State here, and move on. Pack 1, pick 4, what do we have? Well, we have Cost of Brilliance, if I wanted to, let's say, do a black-white deck. But given our start with the 2 blue cards, I don't know that I want to take that necessarily. There is Wander Off, which is a fine removal spell to splash. Scathing Shadelock, certainly not something that I want to splash necessarily, given the blue cards. Campus Composer I found to be generally kind of weak. Spell Pierce is also kind of filler level. And then we have Goblin Glasswright and Stadium Tidal Mage here as options as well. I don't like Zephyr and the Tempests. I'm just going to... You know what? Let's take Wander Off. These cards are all kind of weak and replaceable. And if I splash black, I splash back black, and that's going to be great. And if not, that's also fine. Jessica's Will, what do you do? Add red for each card in opponent's hand? No, I don't want that. All right, Tablet of Discovery is great. I guess this is possibly a sign that Prismari is open. I also really like Visionary's Dance, and I think it's really important to pick these up. But I do think the Tablet of Discovery is just a little bit less replaceable. So I'm going to take it here. All right, pack 1, pick 6. What do we have? We have Homesickness and a Fields of Strife and Flashback. I mean, this looks like it's going to be a pretty spell-heavy deck, and our curve's kind of high. Why don't we try Flashback? I mean, I have a lot of spells here. I mean, Fields of Strife and Homesickness would be fine as well, but this is a unique effect, or not a unique effect, but it's an effect that I haven't really played with that much. So I want to give it a shot. I don't like Abstract Paint Mage in these types of decks, but I don't mind Heated Argument as just another removal spell. So far, by the way, we are on all spells. All spells. Here, there's a textbook tabulator, but I'm going to take a red-white land. Oftentimes, you're going to be splashing white in decks like this, so this is totally a totally fine place to be. Pack 1, pick 9. Wow, Paradox Surveyor tabled, but I didn't really see any other green cards, so I don't think I want to take that. It's between Hydro Channeler and Seize the Spoils. I'm going to go with Seize the Spoils here. Let's just play all the spells. We have no creatures yet. I literally don't have a way to win yet. So we will figure that out at some point. We'll go with that. Procrastinate, not a card I love. Ancestral Anger, not really a card I love, but I'll take it here. Spell Pierce versus Stadium Title Mage. I think I'm going to go with the Spell Pierce here. All right, there we go. There's win condition number 1, Muse's Encouragement. We're going to need some more mana fixing. I mean, certainly this deck needs a lot of help across the board. We're going to need to try to fill all of those holes. Pack 2, pick 1 gives us some removal options. Essence Scatter, Abrade, and Tome Blast. I'm going to take Abrade over Tome Blast. Like, the flashback on this is nice, but there are a lot of good artifacts to kill, and 3 damage is pretty relevant in this format as well. So let's take the Abrade. I think it's kind of close between the two. Pack 2, pick 2 gives us man, I would love to take this pack. Great Hall of the Biblioplex, Stock Up, Sanar, and Snarl Song. And here I will take the Snarl Song. I just need a way to win the game. I'm gonna, basically you take the Snarl Song, like I already have some card draw effects. Stock Up and Sanar are both very, very good, but I just need to, this is just me identifying the fact that I need a win condition. Oh, hello, Mathemagics. I really like Big Score as well, but let's take Mathemagics and yeah. We have now also found an alternate win condition here in Mathemagics. So now if we just generate a ton of mana, that's going to be really, really nice here as well. Pack 2, pick 4, there's a quick study, but I'm going to take Mind into Matter as another good card draw effect. So now that I have Mathemagics and Mind into Matter, I really don't need to focus on more, or I don't need to focus that much on more card draw. Here, I'm going to focus on cheap things to help me survive. We have both Hydro Channeler and Thunderdrum Soloist. I care less about dealing damage to my opponent with this configuration. I think I prefer the Hydro Channeler, given the X spells that I have, and the fact that this helps me play my splash cards here as well. So let's take Hydro Channeler and move on. Pack 2, pick 6, we have another removal spell in Foolish Fate. Certainly not going to have enough creatures here for Harmonized Trio. I already have 2 black cards that I'm splashing, though. I think this is a good opportunity to take another land here. I do have both black and green cards, so I will take Titan's Grave here over Foolish Fate, just to make sure that I can cast all of my cards. I already have a flashback here to replay this, but one more way to get this back out of my graveyard would be nice. Pack 2, pick 7, another pack with a bunch of replacement level cards. Like, these 3 drops are fine, but I'm going to take Paradox Gardens here, given that I have Snarl Song and Mind into Matter here on the splash. Pack 2, pick 8, easy Goblin Glasswright. Another way to generate treasure. Like, anything that helps me generate mana at this point, I am super duper interested in, right? I mean, if anything, I don't even care that much about like the Black Splash if I don't need it, right? Just because if it taxes my mana too much, then yeah, I just don't have to put it into my deck. That's totally fine. All right, Essence Scatter, though, I will absolutely put in my deck. We just want to survive, right? Actually, I should just do the curve this way. We just want to survive, hit our land drops, draw some cards, play a bunch of cheap things, which is very important. Play a bunch of cheap things. Very important. And then win with Mathemagics or something along those lines. Oh my gosh, Sanar tabled? I mean, as much as I love Spectacle Summit, Sanar is just way too good to pass up on. All right. Well, pack 1 felt a little bit rough, but certainly this pack has more than made up for it here. All right, here we have Tam. Silverquill Charm with 4 cards left is nuts. Now, Tam, personally, I am not the biggest fan of. I don't even care about splashing it that much. Stadium Title Mage is fine, but honestly, not that interested in that either. I do want to try the flashback, though. That one, and these black cards also, I guess we'll put in the maybe stack. All right, Arc of Hunger? That's really good. There's also Burst Lightning and Tome Blast, though, and I don't have that much white fixing, so you remember what I said before. At this point, I'm really interested in just surviving and getting to the late game. So, and I'm already looking to splash green here, And my mana fixing isn't perfect. So I think I'm just going to take a good removal spell over the Arc of Hunger. The question is, what's better, Burst Lightning or Tome Blast? I think it's close. I'm going to go with Burst Lightning. I don't have that many things that care about casting expensive cards. This killing big things is pretty nice. I mean, this pack is absurd, right? But yeah, I'm just going to take Burst Light. This is me eating my vegetables, okay? Eating my vegetables, taking the cheap removal spell, prioritizing ways to survive into the late game. So we're going to do that. Pack 3, pick 2, Grave Researcher, certainly not something that I care about here. Run Behind, though, is a really, really good interactive spell. We don't have a great bounce spell in our deck just yet, so why don't we go ahead and take that? And move on. Another Sanar versus Impractical Joke. Whew. By the way, Sanar fetches us Mathemagics. So we are now building a lot of redundancy and a lot of ways to make treasure. And now, because I was responsible and took Burst Lightning, I can take Sanar over Impractical Joke and not be too sad. This deck's looking beautiful. It really is. All right, Prismari Charm is fantastic. Gonna take that over Deduce. Although I do like both cards. All right, I mean, not looking to splash white, so don't need Pursue the Past. Don't really need Pigment Wrangler. This looks like an excellent sleight of hand deck. Yeah, and look at all the cheap things we can do, right? Essence Scatter, Burst Lightning, Abrade, Prismari Charm. Plenty of 2-mana plays here as well. Lots of ramp. Lots of card draw. Flow State, Seize the Spoils, Sleight of Hand. And then, of course, our X spells. I am really liking this setup here. And again, my black mana fixing doesn't look all that great, so I don't think I want to play these cards. Here, this is interesting. We have a Sundering Archaic versus Terramorphic Expanse. This is actually closer than it seems. But I'm going to take the Archaic. I mean, I'm just going to be like at least 3 colors, and with the treasures, this will often just be like a 6-drop that like kills a thing, which is obviously very, very good in this type of strategy. I don't need another Muse's Encouragement. In fact, I don't really need any of these cards. I guess I'll take a Fire Dancer in case I really feel like I need another 2. Yeah, Spell Pierce seems fine here. All right, pack 3, pick 8, Rubble Rouser versus Paradox Gardens. I think I'm just going to take Paradox Gardens here. We have more than enough playables. We have plenty of playables in the sideboard, and we already have the Snarl Song, the Archaic, and the Mind into Matter, so just taking the blue-green land here makes a lot of sense. Potioner's Trove would have been an excellent pickup here, but, I mean, can't really complain with what we have here right now. Our spell count is 9 instants, 6 sorceries, again, 2 Sanars to help us find a Mathemagics. Goblin Lorecaster would be a nice card to pick up as well, just as a way to rebuy things out of my graveyard. I just have the flashback here. This pack has nothing. I guess I'll take Fields of Strife. Noting I don't have any white cards, although now I guess Arc of Hunger would be an interesting card here in my deck, given the 2 fields. Here I'll take Goblin Glassrite over Stadium Tidal Mage. It's just like, I just like the 2-drops, right? I like them way more than like a card like Stadium Tidal Mage, for example. The real question is whether or not I should play these tap lands just so that I can turn on Snarl Song and Sundering Archaic, because obviously it is a cost to play tap lands in your deck. So that's just something that we need to consider. Also, Sundering Archaic in the really late game against other control decks definitely gives me the ability to put like valuable spells in my graveyard back into my deck, right? So like if I accidentally somehow mill my Mathemagics or they take it out of my hand, I can still find a way to get it back and win that way. All right, so this is 41 cards, and I don't think I need to splash black. Like I feel like I have plenty of interaction here without not in like the non-black colors to make this work. All right, so these are my creatures, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Certainly not a lot, but it looks nice. We got Burst Lightning, Abrade, Essence Scatter, Prismari Charm, Run Behind, Heated Argument as interactive spells, Sundering Archaic also acting as an interactive spell, and then we have Snarl Song as like a comeback mechanism. I don't anticipate this to like win us the game that often, but it does help us stabilize. It gives us a pretty decent board, and then we can try to... I mean, ultimately, this deck is going to win most of its games by generating a bunch of treasures with Sanar, and then finding Mathemagics and decking them. Now, if my opponent plays their own counterspell, yeah, that's not going to be great. So hopefully they don't. I think I'm going to cut the Spell Pierce. I like all the card draw and all the interaction. And this card, you know, I feel like I have enough ways to go over the top against the control deck. So let's cut the Spell Pierce. I also think I can cut the Forest from the deck and play the Titan's Grave. Actually, should I play... Hold on. Let's think about this. Fields of Strife makes sense because it already taps for red, so sometimes it gives me white. But this one doesn't make sense because unless I draw Paradox Gardens, like, I'm just going to not care for the extra color source. So cutting this makes sense. And then I want to play, like, taking a look here, I want 8 blue and 8 red at least. So this gives us 16 sources. And then we can probably just play, like, 1 forest. And that'll be our mana base. I think I'm going to play a forest. I think 1 forest is not bad. We have several Converge cards. And the ability to surveil the Paradox Gardens is not irrelevant. And, of course, we're going to randomly need a forest to be able to pull that off. So 17 lands... Mathemagics is our primary way to kill my opponents. We have lots of tools to survive until then. Hopefully, we can get it done with this pool. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a wonderful group of folks also looking to up their limited game. Lots of benefits depending on the tier. If you want to take your game to the next level, check it out. All right, we did draw the forest, but it was over what was probably going to be a red source, so it's not even changing my ability to cast the sleight of hand. We're going to go Goblin Glass right here. Plenty of removal. Certainly need to find at least 1 island if possible. Tome Blast on Goblin Glass right. Okay, so we are setting up here for a longer game. Found the island, which is big. And I'll take Seize the Spoils over Burst Lightning, because this is a matchup where I probably just want to hit all my land drops. Don't play a 4 toughness creature. They did. I'm sad, but this is okay. All right, we hit a Goblin Glassright, but I think I am interested in casting Seize the Spoils. Not really sure what to discard. I think it's just Mountain. Like, I'm just likely to find more lands here too. I didn't. Rubble Rouser is going to be not bad here. I mean, just like, my deck is just like Turbo Ramp, right? All right, we did find a land. I don't think that's what I'm going to discard, though. Although, we'll note that I do feel like... I feel like my opponent's probably going to play something big here. It might be like the 3/3 Flash Flyer. It could just be Essence Scatter, I guess. I mean, 3/3 Flash Flyer is not even that big of a deal, right? Building out our treasure, seeing what happens. Just a quick study, okay? So, I mean, this is the... we do have a lot of card draw in our deck. We just need to get there, certainly. But it's one of those, like, will the inevitability get us to where we need to go, right? It's like 3, 4, 5. And I really need to try to keep these treasures in play if possible. Jadzi, okay. That is certainly a nice target for the Heated Argument. They probably have a counterspell to protect it, but I mean, there's not much I can do about that, right? So we're going to go for it and hope it works out. Seize the Spoils, okay. Okay. Tablet of Discovery is really nice. Okay, so green, red... red. Let's see if we hit something here. Prismari Charm. So I have access to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. The question really becomes whether or not I want to use my Prismari Charm, use my treasures. Anyways, let's try to kill Jadzi first to play around Spell Pierce. Okay, let's exile Glassright. And then... I guess I cast it, right? It's just too much value. Like, I know I can get Spell Pierced, I guess. Ooh. I guess I kind of want to keep both, right? Like, they're both good cards. Alright. So next turn I can play Sanar and go get something immediately. I can also play it slow and just play like Seize the Spoils. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. They're probably representing, you know, some amount of counter magic or what have you. I'm not going to play the Sanar until all this open mana though. Let's start things off with a Rubble Rouser, see what happens. Happy enough to rummage away the Abrade here. Doesn't do that much. I really would have liked like a Divergent Equation, something along those lines. Hold on. I mean, they could counter this, which would get them ahead on cards for sure. Paradox Gardens is a nice pickup, and we can just pass. I don't want to play the Sanar and just have it die immediately. So my plan here is to... hopefully they don't get a Swamp here, or Black Source. Okay, my plan here is to like play Sanar activated immediately. We're certainly generating a lot of mana here. And, I mean, we also just have a lot of ways to dig. So, you know, we can just get to the point where we just naturally draw what we need, right? They might have a counterspell here. Okay. No reason to sandbag that. And let's just start playing a bunch of things and develop a bunch of mana. Unsubtle Mockery, sure. So we have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do this for 5, which is 32 cards. So if they don't have a counterspell, well, we are looking good. 1, 2, 3. No, I can only do it for 4 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Homesickness, okay. I don't know, I have infinite cards in my graveyard. So might as well, like, deal damage to them. Oh, I forgot about the Hydro Channeler. That also taps for mana. They're only at 14 cards left, so I only have to do this for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm certainly going to fire it off, and then I can Sanar for flashback, and flashback Mathemagics if I need, right? So, Rubble Rouser. They're probably digging for counter. I mean, they could also just have the counter. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go for it, though. Okay, there's a tap land. All right. Good job. They had the Disdainful Stroke. Very, very impressive. Well-timed counterspell. If they find a good threat here, then I might be in a little bit of trouble. Now, I do have a lot of the colors here to play out the Sundering Archaic. And remember, I can play the Sundering Archaic and shuffle the Mathemagics back in, right? So let's just get this... Oh, God. Auto Tapper always tries to get me here. I'm just gonna play this to kill a Rubble Rouser. Do they have another counterspell? They could. If they did, they probably should use it, because I can start, like, exiling things out of their graveyard. You know what I mean? What the hell is this? 6 mana? 7 mana? 8 mana? Traumatic Critique? 9 mana? Oh. Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, they're playing Divergent Equation. Yeah. And then they're going to Disdainful Stroke. Honestly, I still have a chance to win the game if they Disdainful Stroke. Right? Because that's like the only counter magic that they have. Okay. So if I play this now, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Let's just exile a land. Let's play Sanar. All right, I mean, if you have another counterspell here, good beats, right? That's where I'm at. But I'm going to go for it. They have 11 cards left. They already played the Disdainful Stroke once. Is this an upkeep on Subtle Mockery? No, they're just firing it off on their turn, sure. Okay, so they're dead, right? I think. Unless they find like a counterspell. Nope, this should do it. One, two, three, four. Kills them right away. Yeah! Yeah! That's right! Look at this. They even countered the first lethal Mathemagics. But, flashback, very important. Nice way to close out that game. Ooh, that is satisfying. That is satisfying. Especially after the Your Go. You saw that, right? Rude. Okay, 1-0. Opponent on the play here. 2 mountains on the draw. I'm going to keep this. I do have to seize the spoils here, but, you know, obviously this deck's biggest weakness is aggro stuff, and turn 1 Lecturing Scored Mage isn't ideal. I'll keep Essence Scatter here, so I do have a 2-drop, but the problem is if they go 1-drop, 2-drop, I'm in a lot of trouble, but they did go Swamp into Mountain. The Mountain is not what I expected. I'll just say that much. Okay, so my opponent is playing a Rakdos deck. Well, you know, I thought I saw everything. What do I want to go? Couple of options here. I can just play Tablet here just to make sure that I have a bunch of mana for next turn. It does mean that I just mill myself, but I'm going to do that. Snarl Song? You know, it is what it is. Tackle Artist, okay. Alright, so what do I want to do now? I have Seize the Spoils, so I think I'm going to do that. I don't know what I want to discard. Probably the red-white land. Okay, we just drew all tap lands. Okay. Scathing Shadelock, alright. Let's put this on top. Or I don't know if it's going to go on the top or bottom. I can buy back Snarl Song, but it's not even for that much. I mean, I'm going to take a fair amount of damage here for sure. I guess we do this for 5. Do I have anything to play? I guess they target this and I can't even block, right? Let me think here. As this is a pretty important turn. I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is flashback Snarl Song to kind of stabilize the board, right? And if I want to do that, Hydro Channeler gives me the best. I guess putting Fields of Strife in play is also pretty good. All right, sure. Yeah, so I'm going to take a good amount of damage here. Tackle Artist, and then pump the Scorn Mage, or... Yep. Yeah, this is a lot. A lot. Now, noting that I also have the ability here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I do have the option to Sundering Archaic for 4. Is that good? Like, I can kill Tackle Artist. And play a Sanar? Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Blue, green, red, white. I don't have access to black mana. And then... I guess we'll play Sanar. We have the backup one in case they, like, kill my Archaic or something. Yep. That's super unfortunate. Sheesh. Well, now they have lethal, so obviously I have to block whatever the biggest creature is. I mean, this is just me trying to stabilize the board now. Yep. Okay. Alright, we're at 2 life. Seize the spoils, but we have flashback here. 3, 4, 5. The question is, do I have the mana to play like Goblin Glassrite and activate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I do. So if I play Goblin Glassrite, activate, I'll have a treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, this is good. This allows me to cast the Snarl Song for Max. Alright. I mean, it's about as good as it gets here to try to stabilize, right? Right, they have Venom. Come on! Come on! I mean, I guess we're not dead. However you look at this. So this is a 6/6 Death Touch. This is a 6... Okay, so I'm just going to double block 1 and go to 1. Alright. Okay. Hey. We're still not dead. We are still not dead. So let's go... I can't Mathemagics them out just yet, so why don't we go Seize the Spoils. Discard the land. Because I just want more blocks, right? Let's play... Flow State. Oh, Heated Argument is great. And do I just want to take land? Because that Burst Lightning? Yeah, let's take land. Okay. So now we play Heated Argument here. Exile a land. And I'll play Hydro Channeler, sure, in case they play like some silly haste creature. Alright. So only like direct damage kills us now, I guess. Oh my gosh, hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can do it for 5. 5 is 32 cards. Boom! Let's go! Oh my gosh, what a game. We went down to 1 life. They had a good aggressive draw. Flashback. Man, Flashback has been doing so much work. I had my doubts when I took it. But you know, I wanted to cook a little bit. And let me tell you, if there's a format that allows cookery, this is the one, right? The last draft, we first picked the thing that clones everything every turn. We got to go off with this one. And here, Flashback, winning us the game 1 with the Mathemagics. And in game number 2, allowing us to rebuy a Max Snarl Song so we don't die there. Really, really important. I mean, honestly, it was very important that I was able to play the Goblin Glassrite into making a treasure so that I can go do the full Snarl Song for 5. All right, opponent on the play here. We have good mana. I'm going to keep this. I have a turn 2 Sanar. Opponent leading with Island. I'm going to lead with Fields of Strife so that I can resolve this Sanar in turn 2. Hydro Channeler is the play from the opponent. We will Sanar. And then just start casting spells. Like, I don't mind just playing a Flow State here to make a treasure, you know? Hopefully they don't just have, like, an Unsubtle Mockery or something. That would be kind of annoying, of course. I suppose they could have a Braid. Or they're at least trying to represent a Braid. Elemental Mascot, okay. This is quite interesting. I can Sleight of Hand or Flow State. I think Sleight of Hand is, like, almost the same thing. I definitely want just lands. Certainly tap this. 4 cards in hand. I'll play the tap land. Basically, it's like, if I absolutely have to cast Brush Off, I will. But I think it's very important for me to also run out my tap lands, right? So, okay, well, that's fine. This is the Thierry Ramboa special. How many Ancestral Angers did you get? Like I said, they were representing a Braid, but it's not clear that they have the Braid, you know? I'm not going to counter Deduce. I guess they could have like a bulk up and I take 10 damage or something. Nope, just take 4. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we hit Run Behind. That is very interesting. I think I'm just going to pass. Like, keeping up Run Behinds does seem pretty nice. Just like... it helps me deal with this board while also just generating a treasure. And then I have a lot of powerful spells that I can play here too. Also, if they attack me, I can run behind, make a treasure, and still cast Brush Off if they play like a spell. Alright, whatever. The question is, if they abrade my Sanar, do I cast Brush Off? I don't know. Monstrous Rage. Oh. That I probably want to counter. That's what they had. That's what they had. Fair enough. Flow state is now turned on, which is also very nice. They did not want the elemental mascot. And they didn't have a... Like, I feel like if they had a counter, they would have countered back. So I at least feel good about that as well. I suppose they could have had like a disdainful stroke. But if they had a disdainful stroke... No, you can still counter this, right? Mana value 4. They could have Essence Scatter. I just don't think they have a counterspell. Let's just do this. Yeah. I just feel like they would have fought and tried to kill my Sanar. They could have some removal, but that's fine. Yeah, Banishing Betrayal, sure. Hey, I mean, here's the thing, though. Gains me 5 life, and I still have a 5/5 left over, right? If they kill this, that's fine, too. Yeah, I mean, look, I think they're trying to play like maybe a more tempo-oriented, aggressive version of the deck, and against a deck that just has more card draw and just a well-timed interactive spell. I mean, you just really, really fall behind. So 3-0. All right, on the play, absolutely keeping. I got my lands, I got my colors, I got some 2-drops, and we will find a way to draw some cards later. We have plenty of mana sinks in our deck. They lead with Forest. Is there a 2-drop I'm like super scared of? Nah, let's just play out the Goblin Glass, right? Obviously, they're just going to play some obscene 2-mana creature now, and I'm going to be really sad. Okay, you know, that is a creature I would have liked to counter, but it's not like I lose on the spot, right? It just gets them a card. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that is very good, but certainly manageable. And I am not in the market of trying to kill my opponent with damage. So if and when possible, I will just be keeping things back. Now we just counter everything until we draw spells. Sundering Archaic is good. We got a Brush Off as well. Okay, they are 4 colors, not blue. Interesting. All right. We will do this. Now we can start surveilling off the Paradox Garden, so the forest actually being very valuable here. Comforting Counsel, we'll let that resolve. What is their deck? What the hell is happening here? There's green is their base, but there's 2 planes. I don't know what's happening over there, Chuckers. It's interesting, though. All right, we're going to surveil an island into the graveyard. Play this. I can play Hydro Channeler. They have 5 cards. I guess I will. I just feel like it's very likely that they play a spell that I want to counter next turn. Like getting to 6 mana, you know what I mean? If I miss out on 1 surveil, it's fine, but I just feel like I'm going to brush off something this turn. Unless their hand is just like all removal or something. Ugh, but I don't want to waste a treasure to surveil. Alright, a Burst Lightning I would have kept, so happy enough with that. 1 to your face. I mean, technically I could play Sundering Archaic, but this card stinks. Doesn't do anything, so I'm just going to chill. Look, the longer the game goes, generally speaking, the better it is for me, right? Like, I have some really good late game inevitability built into my deck. I don't need the red-white land. Rubble Rouser. Yeah, I'll take... Ooh, red, green. Actually, Blue? Let's do that. And I still want to rummage. I don't know. I guess I'm just rummaging away Burst Lightning. Okay. Play the land. I'm playing the land so that I can surveil. I know that I have Seize the Spoils in my deck, but like also I'm trying to kill them with Math and Magics, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can Math and Magics for 4 right now, which is 2, 4, 8, 16. 16, okay. So I got to get to 5. 5 is the magic number. 5 wins the game. If they kill Rubble Rouser, that's fine. A Braid, sure. Yeah, so they're just like all removal, I guess. Zealous Lorecaster, I guess we'll counter that. I mean, it's a natural 2-for-1, you know what I mean? All right, there's a heated argument. And 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Do I want to just attack? I guess I just attack. I still have the Sundering Archaic, which I can do for 4. But I don't have to force anything right now. I bet they have a removal spell. That's fine as well. I guess I shouldn't just like 100% run out my lands. I mean, I'm still going to mill lands because I want action. What? This is the weirdest draw ever for my opponent, by the way. Give me a Sanar or something. You know what I mean? What is happening here? All right, Prismari Charm is fine, I suppose. I can still hold it, though. Surveil 2, draw a card. I mean, I have 3 Math and Magics in my deck, basically. I don't want the Abrade. I'll draw Sanar. At this point, I kind of want to keep lands now. So I guess we'll keep it. 3 cards in hand. What do I want to do? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can do it for 4. There are 21 cards. I mean, I suppose I just play it, right? I guess if they play an Arcane Omens, that'll be pretty bad. But I feel like if they had one, they would have fired it off already. Okay, what is this? Did they just disconnect from the draft? I don't know what's happening here. Okay, they played a bunch of stuff. All right, fair enough. I mean, I don't have to go for Mathemagics just yet. I do want to get to, let's see, 4 is 16. They have 20 cards. I need to get to 12 mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess if I draw a land, I win, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I can't. I can't kill them yet. All right. Fair enough. Flashback is really good. So is Mind into Matter. I'll take the flashback. I don't need the Mind into Matter. Two cards in hand for the opponent. Arc of Hunger. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a Pest Mascot. It's going to be very good. Fortunately, they gained the life first. Oh, but there's Comforting Counsel. Okay. Things are happening. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Didn't I have a counterspell in my graveyard? Oh, they exiled it. Yeah, this is actually super interesting. Like, do I let them Arc of Hunger, or do I kill the Arc of Hunger? I think I'm going to kill the Arc of Hunger. I know it slows down my Mathemagics. But I just feel like that's probably how I lose. And if they somehow make me discard the Mathemagics, I can always shuffle it back in. They did have a removal spell, so let's shuffle some stuff back into our deck. That might be useful. I don't really know what I should get back. I don't know. Oh, I should probably exile like a thing out of their graveyard too. No, I'll just shuffle stuff. No, I'll just shuffle something back into mine. Oh, there's an Abrade in the yard. I could have flashbacked the Abrade. Forgot about that. Ascendant Dustbeaker, okay. I might need to target myself with this, actually. Am I, like, throwing this game away? It's possible. It is definitely possible. Let's find lands. I gotta think about this. Is that okay? I have a bounce spell too. That's fine. I'm gonna just take the damage. And then just kill them next turn. If they drew Reprieve, I would have been very sad. Yeah, I don't know what this deck was. I feel like I struggled more than it probably should have, given what they played. But I will take it. I think I probably could have played it a little bit cleaner. But we were able to still get the dub. 4-0. Alright, opponent on the play. Great opener here for us. We have all of our colors, and we have a 2 2-drops and a 1-drop. So can't complain about this. We got a Burst Lightning to kill something small if they're aggressive. And then, of course, we have Sanar and Goblin Glass right here as well. Alright, so let's just pass. I can't imagine they're going to play something I'm going to need to kill. And next turn, it's actually kind of interesting what I choose to play out. I mean, Sanar is pretty hard to kill, so I think I'm just going to run out the Sanar here. Unsubtle Mockery, of course, is a really great way to kill it. But, I mean, it's a 2-drop, right? Like, I can either play it now or wait till turn 7. I mean, if they have a removal spell, certainly they're going to kill it now. A Mountain would actually be a very good draw, because that would allow me to... Or they're like Jeskai control. Mountain would be a great draw, because that would allow me to play Goblin Glassright into make a thing, right? Which is quite good. Make a treasure, rather. But yeah, we're just going to play Tablet here. Tablet for no value. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could burst light. Like, is it worth it to burst lightning to, like, make a treasure? Probably not. I guess that I don't have to do it this turn. What am I saying? That's just always an option for later. Because that does allow me to make... I mean, honestly, let me think about this. Like, I don't think it's actually crazy. Because this, it allows me to... It allows me to Snarl Song for 4 instead of 3. Nah. I'm just gonna let it die. Alright, we did find Seize the Spoils. I think that's better than the Glassright. And I don't want to miss any land drops. Well, I guess I could discard... Burst Lightning is my only removal spell, but I guess I have Essence Scatter. Yeah, let's just discard the Glassright. Let's not get overly fancy here. Let's keep the interaction. Keep the cards flowing. If they play a thing I can kill, then obviously I will just play the Abrade or the Burst Lightning. And if not, well, we can Essence Scatter it. Strife Scholar. That is not a good Magic card. We can just kill that one with Abrade. I'll do it with Abrade just because Burst Lightning, obviously I can kill something bigger. Snarl Song for 4. And we still have Essence Scatter and Burst Lightning in hand. And we drew the forest. We can actually surveil off the Paradox Gardens. So this is basically the most pressure my deck's capable of putting on. Sand Arrow would be a good draw to get like a Mind into Matter or Mathemagics. Hydro Channeler, I do not care about. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They have Pursue the Past, Molten Note, and Graveyard as well. And they're not interested in using Pursue the Past here, so that's very interesting. Something to keep in mind. They could have the bounce spell, I guess. A Johnny's Response? Sure. Okay. Alright, so we have Essence Scatter, Burst, Lightning, and Paradox Gardens going. Again, lots of good draws. That's a flow state. That's really annoying. That bothers me. I don't like that. Hopefully they just don't have counter magic so that I could just get them with Mathemagics. Right now we can do it for 3, which is not nearly enough, but it feels like they have a lot of card draw, so it's not too crazy. Right. I guess their last card's no good. Okay. Surveil. Don't want the mountain. Prismari Charm, that's cool. I'm gonna just do that now. And then that's a flow state. We can play the flow state. Let's put these 2 into my hand. I did find Flashback. But I will use that for later. So they have the mana to cast a Molten Note out of the graveyard. That's a Tablet of Discovery, which is also very good. I suppose I could have Flashback Flow State. I mean, it's either Flow State or like Potioner's Trove. Sure. The hell is this? Wilt in the Heat. Okay. I mean, I can also play Sundering Archaic. That's not terrible. The question is, do I want to kill the Trove or the Tablet? I think I'm going to kill the Tablet, just because it generates more mana. Although, it's a little bit odd. I mean, like I said, I still have the Flashback here as well. Like, Flashback for Snarl Song seems worse than getting back Flow State, right? Alright, we'll just play it slow. Still have plenty of removal. They're gonna have to kill us at some point. Ancestral Anger. Let's do this. No card for you. They're not gonna want it, so. And then if they play a creature, we can still Essence Scatter. Okay, that's the land, and we hit Seize the Spoils. Okay. Let's discard Heated Argument. And there is the Mathemagics. Okay. 19 cards. 2. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do it for 5 next turn. I hate Auto Tapper. Blue, green, blah, blah, blah. Alright. We're going to do it for 3. And I'm going to target the Tablet of Discovery. Here's my thing. I actually want them to cast the Molten Note, so I'm not going to shuffle it back in. Because I want them to cast it and tap out, so that I can resolve this Mathemagics. And then now, I can shuffle something in my graveyard, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do it for 5. What? Your graveyard. Let's get Snarl Song. Put that back in. Not that it matters. There's a land. Gain some life. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can do it for... Oh! I don't have enough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. No, I have enough. Okay. I forgot Tablet makes 5. Boom! And another one bites the dust. All right, another Mathemagic's victory. You'll love to see it. We move on. Nice 5-0 so far with the deck. Loving it. All right, opponent on the plate. This one, I will mulligan. You know I don't like to mulligan hands, but 2 blue sources and all red cards. No hope at a better hand. Don't want that. Do I want both of these tap lands? Like, having the ability to surveil is nice, but I don't. At the same time, if I'm playing against an aggressive deck, like I just don't think I can afford 2 tap lands. So we'll just play the Paradox Gardens for Converge, and they are playing red-white. So let's go Hydro Channeler here. Do they have a Braid? They sure do. Fair enough. Into Charging Strife Knight. All right. I was a little happy that they didn't play a 2-drop, but they killed my thing and then played Charging Strife Knight. So I am now less happy. Let's discard the Sleight of Hand. I like the ramp that I get from Seize the Spoils. Like, if I can find cards like Snarl Song and such, of course, that's very, very strong. And I'm blocking, too. Like, I just, you know, if they're going to attack me and Tome Blast this, that's fine. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. Living History, okay. I wonder why they're playing it now. Are they going to exile a card from their graveyard somehow? No. All right, so they're just rummaging, okay. Which is, of course, fine by us. I think I'm not going to play Seize the Spoils. I feel like casting Prismari Charm is going to be pretty important here. So, we will just pass. Little rummaging from the opposition. Discarding Mountain. And yeah, this is where Charging Strife Knight certainly shines. And if they have a kill spell, they're going to want to kill the Sanar. And I'm not going to save it, right? I'm not going to save it here because... Okay. Practiced Scrollsmith. What do they have in the yard? A Braid. This is pretty annoying. I think I need to dig. Let's do this. Don't want those. We hit Flashback. Okay. Okay. Not exactly what I had in mind here. Let's go Seize the Spoils, discarding the other Sanar. We hit Burst Lightning, that's really good. Have a land. Can play this. Alright, we can pass. They actually didn't rummage away, which is certainly not a great sign. We need to survive this onslaught somehow, some way. And you know they have a lot of action. Soaring Stone Glider. Very good. Block here. Kill you. We take 5. Daydream? What does that do? Oh, it just turns it into a 5/4? That was it? Okay. Well, what do I do now? I mean, I have certainly a lot of options. I can Wild Idea for Snarl Song, but at the same time, this is just like a lot of damage coming in. I can Flashback Burst Lightning, and I think that's probably the play. This is a sorcery. Okay. I actually should not have tapped this because I had the instant. Although, I don't think there was actually a creature I could have blocked. They're probably wondering, well, Paul, why didn't you? They can't Daydream Charging Strife Knight. Nope, that's another Charging Strife Knight. Fair enough. These are all things you can do. Okay, so yeah, this is brutal. Let's do this. Cast Burst Lightning. Cast this with Kicker, kill you. And I think we just take 9. Yeah, we just take 9. Alright. Brush off, that's not great. Alright, let's go Wild Idea to some kind of interaction spell. I don't know that I actually have one. Oh, I do have one. I have a Braid. Okay. Oh, I also have Run Behind. Yeah, Run Behind is better. Because I can run behind the 4/4 Strife Knight. If they draw anything here, then obviously we're dead. Yeah, like... oh, Chad. With the good game. Yep. I was actually very close. You know what I mean? I was like super close. Because like if I had one more mana, I could have put that on top. So yeah, I mean, good, really, really good aggressive draw there. And honestly, if they didn't find a removal spell there, I actually think I mean, I don't think I'm ahead, but I feel like that is at least like the beginning of a comeback there. My thing is like, they don't know what my last card is. Oh, I guess it's super unlikely that I have a way to kill both of their creatures though. All right, well, that one sucked. But we got all the bad stuff out of the way. I'm going to keep this. This has the Mathemagics, and I have a couple of early interactive spells. And so hopefully that's good enough here. Opponent leading with Paradox Gardens. Still too early to tell what that means. Okay. Sultai Gamer. If they play a Noxious Newt or whatever, of course we'll kill it. Bogwater Lumaret, sure. You know what? No, I actually don't like this play. Because if they play the Pest Mascot, it's really bad for me. Yeah, no, I hate this play. I hate this play. I should have just killed this thing with like... the problem is I don't know what to kill it with. Like, if I kill it with a Braid and then they play Pest Mascot, I can't kill that either, right? Okay, fortunately, their follow-up was really underwhelming. Let's kill... let's play Sanar. This is kind of a... I mean, if they kill me with, like... if they ramp into something huge and get me, good beats. Like, it has to be specifically a 5-drop. Or I guess 3-drop, 2-drop. But it just feels like Bogwater Lumaret's scarier. Just because there's more, like, life gain synergy type cards that they could easily be playing. Wander off on Sanar. Dang. I had high hopes for that. Any deck that plays Page Loose Leaf probably could use the mana. Also, I have a Heated Argument too in my hand. Pestbrute Sloth. That doesn't work. Oh my gosh, this is just... This is a disaster. I'm drawing all of my blue cards and expensive cards, and like, I just need an island? Or a way to make a treasure? Like, this is horrible. And they're gonna just follow this up with more big creatures? Okay, it's not. Okay. Okay, give me this land. Alright. We needed that one, of course. I need one more land here to be able to play the Sundering Archaic. Bogwater Lumaret. Interesting that they played that first, because they could have attacked with the Banemaker. I'm certainly happy just trading there. Alright, let's attempt to kill it. I'm just not exiling anything. I don't think the damage matters. I'd rather have cards in my graveyard. And now we found a Sundering Archaic to play. Lumaret or Banemaker? I think it's the Banemaker, honestly. There's just no way they're splashing Essence Scatter here. And they already have a bunch of ways to gain life, so let's just kill the Death Toucher. This is better if they have, like, bite spells and such. Like Barrage Barrage or something. Okay. Again, we're just chilling. Honestly, if I draw an island... I am going to target myself with Mathemagics. I can do it for 2, which is 4 cards? Wait, they have another removal spell here? Colonian Tackle. Okay, I take 4. Alright, so honestly, like, basically, just no mountain or tap land, okay? Anything else is fine. Even that is honestly okay. Okay. I'm gonna wait. Let's see what they do. If they play, like, obviously a spell I need to counter, then we'll do that. Nah, I'm just gonna... I mean, this, like, halves the clock, right? So. Okay, okay, okay. No! Why? Miss! Okay, island. Okay, 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 okay. So, I can do this for 3. So, draw 8 cards? Yeah. Okay. We are back in it, folks. I gotta discard 2 cards. I do not need Sleight of Hand, and I do not need Seize the Spoils. Like, I have everything I need in this hand. Alright. Okay, okay, okay. They drew 3 lands in a row. That is extremely unlucky. Extremely unlucky. Let's get Rubble Rouser down. For more ramps. Discard Island, or Mountain. Tablet of Discovery. Let's get that down. Red. I have... Okay. Just generating all of our mana. Let's play this. Wait, hold on. Can I... Do I want to play this, actually? I don't think I do. I think I want to just keep up Brush Off. Oh, can I make a... Hold on. Can I do this? No, I can't. I thought I could, Yeah, no, I can't. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I find one more land, that's 13. Professor Delian fell. We're going to counter that. Okay, so that has to be enough, right? So 22. I need to do it for 5. So I need 12, 13 mana, right? 5, 12, 13. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So flashback. Let me double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So 1. For 5. Oh, you know, I should have taken a look at their deck. What if they were just like randomly playing like a 60-card deck? Who needs creatures to win? Who needs creatures? All you need is math. Math for the win. Brought to you by Proud Asian Parent. Alright, we got a couple shots at a trophy here. We drew Mathemagics, which is great. And we have our colors, right? We have a Hydro Channeler, Prismari Charm. Hand is looking great. But our opponent is playing Public Enemy number 1, which is, of course, the Lorehold colors. I'm just glad they didn't go Abrade into Charging Strife Knight. And yeah, we have Prismari Charm, Run Behind, Heated Argument, all kinds of goodies. It looks like Unsubtle Mockery. Yeah, people love killing the Channeler, with good reason. Very, very good card in this deck. And wow, they actually hit Dromedary in the graveyard. How lucky. Return that. Why would you do that now? They must have something that's... Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at their combo. It's okay. If you want to play that game with me, I am fine with that. I will keep both. Let's play Tablet of Discovery. Get our ramp going. A land would be great. Jeez. Alright, well, take two. Okay, how does that happen? I just, like, don't keep up Essence Scatter for one turn, and then I get Loreholded to Oblivion? Unreal. Alright, I'll take just... you know, honestly, I'll just keep taking lands. Land would be good here. Great. Great. Yeah, we're not going to mess around here. I am just going to, before they untap, play this, kill you. Keep all the cards in my graveyard, keep up Essence Scatter. 24 cards in graveyard. Charging. Why? Okay, give me another color here. Otherwise, I'm certainly gonna be in line. Okay, so I can do this for one. I can do it for 3, and like I would have to discard like a ton of cards. What if I just do it for 2? It's 4 cards. Is that better? The problem is Sundering Archaic doesn't do that much here. I'm just gonna wait. Their deck looks great. I guess I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't have countered the Rebel Rouser. Rebel Rouser is generally like a really, really top performer in this type of deck, which is why I did it this way. Presumably, they're gonna want this card. Yep. Oh God. Improvisation Capstone. Oh. Okay. I mean, I just don't have nearly enough mana here to get this, to do what I'm trying to do here. I did find Flashback, so I can use that to kill the Relic Sloth. Or, like, I can see if they can kill me and make them draw a bunch of cards and then Flashback and do it again. That does not seem great, though. Like, there is a world where I can, like, deck them with Improvisation, like, given that they have Improvisation Capstone. I want to keep the other card in my graveyard in case I have a way to get it back and deal. I need to deal 6 damage. Well, they didn't rummage. I really need the other color source. Okay, so they just hit 2 more cards. Yeah, I mean, Capstone is absurd. Like, it's actually way better in red-white than it is in blue-red, because blue-red has, like, counter spells, converge spells. It's better when you're just, like, all permanents and you can just kill your opponent. So, I'm probably dead here. I mean, perhaps the best line is what I outlined previously, which was just, like, make them draw a bunch of cards, flash it back, and make them draw again. Because I just don't have enough to kill them here. Yeah. What is this? Oh, they're copying that? Is there a world now? I don't know. There's just no way I can generate enough mana here is the problem. They go to 13 cards. Yeah. Well, we can always hope. They got the... Oh, they don't have to cast Capstone. What am I saying? Yeah. Alright, alright. Yeah, I mean... Like I said, maybe I should have taken the riskier line there with the Capstone, with the Mathemagics. There was also a previous turn where I could have just, like, instead of casting Run Behind, I should have just cast Mathemagics. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they played one of the best rares in the format, right? In the technique. And I was just trying to, like, slow them down and grind them out a little bit. But the technique made it such that I wasn't able to do so. So I think, like, looking back, maybe I look to take a little more damage, play Mathemagics, and then try to win that way. But that was certainly a game where the Sundering Archaic was not good enough because we didn't have the other colors. Man, that was a totally fine hand too. What went wrong there? I don't know. That sucks. Okay, well, let's shake that off. We have a good hand with a lot of cheap plays. You know where it started? With my Hydro Channeler dying. All my opponents keep killing my Hydro Channeler like big jerks. Flow State turn 2. What do I want to play? I can play Sanar. I don't mind Sanar. Don't kill it. Okay, well, they didn't kill it, but they played an equally strong card here in the Potioner's Trove. Okay. All right, Sanar make a treasure, seize the spoils, just makes it so that we can keep up with the mana generation of our opponent's deck. I could technically Snarl Song for 5 and just put like a mountain of pressure on my opponent. Okay, so they're like completely tapped out. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. It's like they're drawing a bunch of cards, but now they have to answer 2 5/5s, right? And then we can rebuild even if they try to kill these. And all it cost us was a couple of treasures. And we're certainly able to make a lot more treasures given what we have. We, remember, also have access to Wild Idea, although not in like a super big rush to fire that off. I want to play more of my mana developers here, but yeah, I mean, this is certainly the mirror. You know, cards like Arcane, Embrace the Paradox. When you have playing against this board? Interesting. That's a choice. I mean, they could have a Snarl Song of their own, so... Ooh! Incredible draw. We just found Brush Off. That's unreal. The question now is, what do I play here? Because I might want to just, like, counter a creature, because I really want to play Hydro Channeler, but if I play Hydro Channeler, I won't have the mana to hardcast Brush Off. So maybe I just play Sleight of Hand. I mean, we'll take Mind into Matter here. Like, presumably this is going to be a big turn for them in an attempt to try and stabilize this board. And even if they do, I can then follow that up with a Mind into Matter. Potioner's Trove into... Maybe it's like a sweeper? Quick Study? Okay. What is your deck, man? It's just 4 card draw spells and Potioner's Troves? They're gonna die. I guess I shouldn't complain. Okay, that's a Mathemagics. They're at 6 life. I don't have the Spell Pierce in my deck, so that's not something I need to be concerned about. I think I'm going to do this for 3. What the hell? Is it? Did I have a Force of Will? What? Okay. I'm not going to brush that off. I'm going to make a treasure. Alright. Well, fair enough. I was like, why is there a pause? Okay. Well, pair of 5/5s that they need to handle. And I do have a brush off here. If they kill one of my 5/5s, I might counter it. We'll see. I mean, they've drawn a lot of cards. Zealous Lorecaster, okay. Into Flow State. Yeah. Okay, we'll just let that resolve. It's only even they're just getting 1 card with this too. They're going to gain the life, and then I bounce the Lorecaster and they lose? Okay. This could be another classic case of too much turtle. Ooh, actually, look at them. They actually chose to... Well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, they're just... Okay. I don't know why they didn't use the Troves or whatever. But there you have it, folks! Yeah, this one... I mean, my opponent, they had a similar deck, but unclear that they had enough cheap things to do. And that is certainly one adjustment that I had to make when I've been playing these decks. It's like, it's important to still just have like random 2-drops to block with, right? You know, Rubble Rousers, Sanars, and Hydro Channelers. Also, it's just important to have good cheap interaction. Burst Lightnings, Abrades, Prismari Charm, Essence Scatter. Like, these all count. Run Behind, Heated Argument. And if you just put 17 Seize the Spoils in your deck, guess what? You're just going to keep drawing more Seize the Spoils, and you're not going to find enough action. So that balance is really important. Just know, I mean, look at our deck. We only have like, I mean, we do have, like, you don't need too much more than this. You don't need any more than what we have here at the top end. Focus on the lower end of the mana curve, and most of the time, you're going to get a Lorecaster, you're going to get a Sundering Archaic, you're going to get a Divergent Equation. Without even trying, right, you're going to get a Visionary's Dance. Without even trying, you're going to just naturally end up with like 4 to 5, 6 mana plays that help you close out the game. So it's far more important to just make sure that you have enough things early here to kind of make sure that you don't get run over. But that is 3 trophies in a row. Man, you know, when we first started out this format, it was a little, we were not having the best time. I mean, I was enjoying playing the matches, but I was losing a lot. And here, our 2 losses were to the Lorehold aggro decks, which we know is like a natural weakness to my controlling strategy. I feel like I could have played those a little bit better, but another nice victory. I didn't think it was easy. I didn't think I was going to be able to top the last draft, and I don't think that I necessarily did. But man, we basically won nearly all of our games with Mathemagics. And I mean, this entire deck was built around this card, right? It's not like, oh, I hope to draw Mathemagics and win the game. It's, oh, I have card draw. I have multiple copies of Sanar. If they counter it, I can also put it back on the bottom of my library with Sundering Archaic, and I have Flashback as even more redundancy. So it's not just the one Mathemagics. I have multiple ways to find it, and I have a way to get it back from my graveyard. So I just felt like this was basically textbook how you want to put together a Mathemagics deck, and it played out beautifully, and we were able to get our third trophy in a row and get us one step closer to Mythic rank for the month. Man, we are in a little bit of a heater. It feels good. It feels good. I like trophies. You like trophies? I like trophies. All right. Well, maybe we can go 4 in a row in tomorrow's draft. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They are the place to go to for booster boxes of Secrets of Strixhaven or other sealed product, or if you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, or commander decks, check out tcgplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are the place to go to for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.